ESL One Cologne.
We just had a hot and spicy match on Inferno where ENCE took the victory over NiP 16-6. Now we head to a map that NiP did at least choose. It's going to be on Train. Their chance to bring this back to not get eliminated from ESL One Cologne on day one. We're hitting all the puns, Harry, but are NiP hitting their shots? We need to find out.
I didn't hear a word you just said, I'll be honest with you.
Because the production, there we go, the production mics are gone.
That's fine.
The voices are talking to me.
Yeah, they were very much in my head. They were telling me, NiP's going to win, we're going to go to a third map.
Yeah.
That's what the voices in my head have told me. Usually they say bad things, so probably not going to happen.
Okay,
there we go.
Let's find out.
What a roundabout way of doing that prediction, eh? But yeah, how are you feeling heading into this? Do you think we're going to see Nuke map number 3, or do you think it ends here on Train?
No, it ends. ENCE is looking good. I'm liking it. It's like they're like playing really good team CS. That's something they've always been good at. I think these Finnish players, at least in their previous teams, like really good team CS. That's something we saw so much from Havu. They have a lot of firepower. They got young blood. They got experienced boys like Alu. And yeah, okay, you're up against NIP that have on paper a really sick roster. But not only is it a new roster. Well, I mean, I don't really have any other points. It's a new roster. That's one thing. But yeah, NiP really just not stepping up, not showing the level that they should be showing, considering the players we have on this team. I think that's a fair case to say.
Will NIP persuade you, or will ENCE finish first?
Loser of this is going to be going home as well, Harry, so there is a lot on the line. NIP do not want to be the first to be eliminated from Cologne. But they may have no choice in the matter unless they can pick up this map and follow up with Nuke. We are straight into the pistol round. NIP already worked their way down Ivy. They've got a lot of map control here. ENCE have given that up because they're playing passive. It's Aerial spotting between the two, but he gets overwhelmed. Caught in the wrong time. Forest drops him, and they drop into the hands of Alu and 7. X7 dropping the second player, and ENCE are suddenly in a man advantage.
It's a really interesting way of playing this out. A bomb site from ENCE. I kind of like it. Let Crow. Nice shot on to Sergey. Forest now knows he has to try and contend with the players over in Pop. They retrieve the bomb. Crow's positioning makes things difficult for ENCE, but they haven't cleared out Ivy. Alexa B going to start to walk toward the brunt of these NIP players. Let Crow could get caught looking the wrong way here. Players now flanking down into connector, but there we go. Alexa B going to get finished off. X7 does answer back. It comes down to a 2-on-2. Requires some fancy footwork here from the Finns. There's one up in the heavens, but Forest from behind shuts him down. And Alu has been... There we go. That was a bit of a mess, but still, NIP find themselves the pistol. That's the start they need here on Train if they want to try and take us through to map number 3. Of course, guys is joining us. ENCE currently 1-up in the series after winning out their map pick of Inferno.
Yes, that's the start NIP need at the very least. They've found their pistol round on the T side, the harder of 2 on Train. X-Ray would be fantastic if we are able to get that. Nice, thank you. Thank you very much, Rush. I assume it's Rush. I keep saying Rush. I hope I'm right, but maybe I'm not. Sorry, where was I? Rifles up for NIP. They've got 4 here in the second round, so this is a very heavy investment from NiP, but ENCE have forced it up, so assuming they can pull things back again. Look at this team play. They're set up for the anti-flash. Aerials ready and waiting. 7 on the other side, just looking to get this kill, and a flashbang poised for Alexa B to pop them through, but this timing may get the better of them. Forest looking to do the damage, and there's the flashbang. This is perfect, but Forest turns around. He misses a spray. Aerial grabs 2 on the back of the CZ, and that's a couple of guns dropped.
And now in response, they just look to try and secure this B bomb site. They've had to go back to grab that bomb, and Sergey even dropping get right. Surely no more as Dennis is able to come in and trade. That nade, that does a decent bit of damage onto Alexa B. Question now becomes for Red. What's the course of action? He's waiting to see if Alu pounces round on this flank. And he's not budging.
Almost catches Alexa B from behind as well. That would have been such an important kill for Dennis, but now it's a big problem because he maybe even able to stop the bomb. There it is, Rez is dead. And Dennis, while he will have the element of surprise, he won't have the kill. That is a force by one from ENCE, and with 4 rifles being bought from NIP. That's not a round that, one, you can afford to lose because you've spent bloody everything you have, but also you're giving ENCE all these upgraded weapons for free.
Yeah, this is pretty, that's pretty mental. I'm going to be honest, this is not the NIP that I wanted to see at this event. It's always nice seeing NIP. Big fan, of course, of the NIP guys. But right now, things just aren't clicking for them. ENCE obviously just thrashed them over on Inferno. While it was their map pick, I thought that was going to be a much closer affair. But certainly not. Tactical ball is going to come to a close. And as you correctly pointed out, the amount of rifles that are bought up is what makes that so astonishing. Now, if it was like all SMGs and they lose, like, and it's like, okay,
had it coming to them, whatever.
I mean, even then, like, they should be winning, right? But you can at least maybe forgive it a bit more. They lose so many rifles in that one round. I mean, they're quite lucky in the sense that ENCE weren't able to save many more.
But again, just as how we were talking about Inferno in terms of team play, like, this is exactly what ENCE is showing. They're showing cool new setups. That triple Ivy setup, even that pistol round was really nice from them. It was great in theory. It just caught by timing. Ariel got caught on that A site. It's like ENCE are throwing in things that NIP aren't doing. They're just trying to play the game very individually. Not to say, of course, they don't have team play, but these dynamic setups that ENCE are throwing in is just something I haven't seen from any other team so far in this event. We are on day one, of course, but this is a great example of why teams like ENCE have been, causing upsets recently and shocking people and qualifying for the minor in Cologne. It's because they've been doing cool stuff and new stuff, and it's so refreshing to watch. So let's hope that continues here on Train, because it is their second least played map, just above Cash there. So maybe NIP are going to be a little more comfortable here, but even so, ENCE have already shown some dynamic play. It's 2 players down on this B site. NIP looking to commit with a bomb. A late lurk down Ivy with the Deagle of Lecro. This could certainly be a nuisance here.
Well, push is certainly about to come through. No one from ENCE keeping too much of an eye on this. It's Sergey sole responsibility to try and catch the players crossing. Well, he doesn't catch them on the cross. He does at least get ready to get right. The bomb goes down here for NIP, which was their sole goal, and now they can look to something more. Rez spotted out players all around, and Ariel going to drop him. Forrest and Dennis left to try and make something happen, and Dennis, so often revered to as the Pistol King, doesn't get anything done with the Deagle, although 5 players defined is a bit much. That's the second round now for ENCE.
And that's full rifles kept as well. Just even more on top. It's the cherry, Harry, on top of the cake. Money being made here for the CT side. And yes, a bomb plant will give more money to NIP, but it's not like they can buy up here. Of course, it is that single eco. There's a round where everyone can buy a deagle, though, and that's what I'd like to see, a good deco from NIP. Or a bit of utility, a nade stack. Now, where is this going? I wonder. Pop Dog, potentially? We could be seeing them all fly... I don't know. Yeah, I think Pop Dog is probably the likeliest. Unless they're just going to throw them all towards Connector or some position on the A site like Sandwich. Yeah, just straight to the site. Okay. Well, that does nothing.
Well, while it was a little bit underwhelming, maybe they can get something done with these pistols. I'd love to get another bomb plant. Gives them that much more to work with in the future. X7 going to nade out Forrest.
Shows them how it's done.
Ariel's going to get tagged up a bit, but doesn't matter. X7 just farming up these eco frags. Even wanted to go for a 4th through the smoke. That nade might be enough to finish off Get Right. Does fall a little bit short. NIP not expecting to do too much in this round, though. The real attention is focused on their buy in the next. And looking at it, they won't have enough to get an AWP out. It'll just be rifles, but as you kind of alluded to in the last map, no one from NIP. It feels like they've maybe moved towards a setup where they don't have to have the AWP.
Little update for you guys as well, who are wondering about the mainstream. 9-2 to Astralis up against Cloud9 in the best of 3. Pretty sure winner of that game goes to the semis, maybe. Yes, that should be the case. So, yeah, obviously the winners match of that group. Cloud9 earlier destroying NIP 16-3. Astralis doing the dirty to ENCE. And, yeah, that's a pretty dominant scoreline, but of course it is Astralis at the end of the day, and Cloud9 do have stand-in, but that didn't really hold them back earlier.
Yeah, I think Astralis are just so
It's
good.
like one step above. It's like they have tier 1 and they have Astralis, like tier 0.
Yeah, they're like tier X. You know, it's like
bit of algebra.
Or just like tier, you know, like, and then just an emoji.
What
I don't know. Maybe like, you know, the one that's like 3 water droplets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that emoji.
Eggplant.
No, just that one.
Okay. They do make me moist. NIP, though, already losing a man. Good utility usage from Aerial and Alexa B. The AA are here, but they're not going to fix your car. Instead, they're going to blow you up. Dennis is dead, and the smoke's down Ivy as well. Molotov to hold them back. Lekra can't push, but that will expire before the smoke does, so they will have an opportunity, although it is cancelled out instantly by a CT-sided smoke.
Losing a man so early on as well, such a bitter pill to swallow. When you look at it, how much utility they have. NIP don't really have any options here. They're going to be relying on their aim and their aim alone to try and get them into this bomb site. Now, thankfully, I was going to say actually Arlu's quite far removed, but he isn't. He's in a very good spot to keep an eye on this. So actually, no, things aren't looking that great, especially as X7 dominates like Crow and Forest with the Galil. Get right trying to spot out what he can. It's going to be able to burn out X7 at the very least. Get right left in a 1v4. There was a time where this man used to be known for these sort of clutches, and while he does manage to get 2, he's swiftly traded out by Sergey. And it's going to move into a 4th round. And that kind of felt like it was over before, you know, NIP even did anything. You looked at their utility, they had a Molotov and 1 flashbang, and it's like, they can't really do anything with that. When you look at the setup that ENCE had, they had a man advantage. They were playing the solo anchor inside of the B bomb site. It was a 4-on-4 inside of A if they went for it. So, you know, with no smokes, nothing to nullify the AWP, nothing to block off any of the positions from the rotating players from B, you were pretty screwed.
Ooh. Oh, this is so close. I don't think he's even seeing him as well, like, not properly. And it's only a scout, so it would only do a bit of damage, but just be a nice bit of damage, you know? Something to add on. A bonus. A Nip need anything they can get right now because it's 4-1 on their map pick. After winning Pistol as well, they weren't able to convert. Oh, Garrus is getting timed here. Zooms out as X7 peaks. Now as the bush comes through main, Alexa B on the boost. He's going to fall off there. Good decision because now Garrus posted with his scout. And Dennis looked to try and catch him on the cross with the deagle, but he'll be unsuccessful. And not winning any duels just yet, but ticking away with damage, and that Molotov will finish off the job. Forrest ain't going to check the corner, and he will go down. It is looking nice and clean for ENCE so far. Somehow Get Right survives, but not for too much longer, I would imagine.
Yeah. Running into B, the bomb is just left. So they get the bomb site. But a bomb site without the bomb is like a car without wheels. It just doesn't work.
That's a good point.
Yeah, really, quite the visionary one I want to be. Saying what we're all thinking.
I wasn't thinking that, but now I am. So technically, you're right.
Well, here's what I'll sum right about as well, Hugo. That NIP ever buy. Look at that. 5 rifles,
boom. All
the utility they could possibly want. This is going to be their real shot of finding some success here on their T side of train. Their map pick, of course, they're currently 1-0 down in the series. Staring elimination down the barrel. Not what they wanted. Coming here to ESL One Cologne. Push out towards the A bomb site, spearheaded by Get Right, but Aerial lines up 1, almost a second on Dennis. He is able to trade back. It's X7. Once again, he's been such a star for ENCE in this map. Joined by Sergey. Oh. While Dennis is good for a second kill, he's swiftly traded. X7 once again. We keep saying his name, top of the board for this ENCE CT side. Well, NIP, at least with that loss bonus built up, they can field a buy here. It's not going to be great. They're not going to have that much utility either. With such a limited pool, you almost just want to go for just a B rush. Smoke down the bottom of ramp. throw a smoke either up or into connector, right, and then just try and play for something. We haven't really seen them go for a B rush with a full buy. I just don't see you getting anything done with that utility pool out on A.
This is going to be a struggle. Another uphill battle here for the Swedes. This entire series has been exactly that. They only took 6 rounds on Inferno. No pistols. Even though they found this one, that has not helped them out in any way. Dennis going to get shut down a little bit early on. Tagged through the wall up on the B site. I think he was actually shot in through that wall bang on Pop Dog, above Pop Dog. Ariel going to move into position here as well. Flash into Pop to try and check for any kind of aggressive NIP players if they've taken some map control, but aside from really the map control that NIP should have in the sense of T-spawn and B halls, we don't see anything. They've again left Lecro down on the Ivy, so we could be seeing another late Ivy lurk that can be so good at catching rotations, but they called a pause on this exact scoreline in the previous map as well. Things are not looking good for the Ninjas. What are they going to do with this money, though? They do decide to buy up around the 1 rifle, because of course Lecro didn't get any loss bonus. They are still on max loss bonus, so got about $3,400 to invest into this round, and they can get a few bits and pieces around it, some CZs. Bit of spare change in the pockets of 4. This isn't necessarily a bad buy, but again, it's 7-1 down. You need a round. Forget what you're investing and how you're investing it. You need a round, and IP can't let ENCE stomp them like this. This is totally out of control.
It is. It's out of control. They're going to go running in towards this B bomb site, and I tell you what. Alu's arrived to the scene. He's going to get promptly dealt with by Dennis. 3-on-3. This is possible now for NIP. ENCE might be knocking on their door, but NIP currently have it boarded shut. Going to lose out to Dennis. And now the attention falls to Rez. He's able to retrieve the AK, but they should have heard that UMP drop. They should know that someone's up close. Takes the duel with Ariel, wins it out, and Rez still fighting for his life. X7 going to finish him off. It falls to Forest in a 1v2.
He's got to pull out this clutch here. NIP need any round they can get, but they've already smoked off the bomb. He grabs a rifle. They're sticking it. He runs up. Oh, he finds a spray, and that's it. The time's gone. Forrest has won the round, and he's even going to take a kill with him. NIP, I mean, they get it, but they lose every player in the process. Combined with the fact that they just spent most of their money, they're only just going to get a buy here, but at least they've gotten the round, Harry. It's been a long time coming. Even though ENCE can buy back up, NIP need to avoid this reset. They need to make sure they can find their third here, otherwise they're going to be back down to pistols.
They most certainly are, and that would be a depressing place to be if you're NIP.
Nice.
They've got rifles, they've got everything they need, thank you. Push out from Rez, going to get found by Alu. Oh, there's more players there. There's more than Alu originally bargained for, but he's still just tapping away. It's a shooting gallery for him and Ariel, leaving Forest once again. Completely snuffed out, and that round is over in the blink of an eye. You mentioned the importance for NIP of finding success in a round, and instead they lose everyone.
Yeah. It's not like ENCE are even playing like super disrespectful CS where they're just getting aggressive and getting in the face of NIP. They're just holding defaults and NIP are just running into gunfights and losing them, right? We haven't, apart from that second round, we haven't seen an Ivy push. No one's even pushed up the ladder of Pop Dog. No one's taken any B control. ENCE have just been waiting and NIP have just been walking into their gunshots. Alu going to miss the opener there with the AWP, but the smoke goes down, blocking off these Ts. Doesn't seem to matter. They're going to rush through regardless. X7, he's got to peel back because they're already coming out. Ivy, Aerial going to be pressured from 3. And eventually the trade comes. Just in Pyjamas could still pick up this round. Those nades making things even more difficult. The bomb plant coming through, but we don't have guns retrieved yet for the ninjas. Oh.
It all falls to Rez. 1v2. And roughly where he is, smoke goes down on the bomb, and Alexabi keeping an eye on him. No, they most certainly have not. But yeah, no, I mean, as you say, NIP, they've won here before. They've finished first place back. And things have certainly changed since then. They would have loved to have rolled back the years, back to the glory days where NIP could take this event, although right now it does not look like that's the case. Rez with the Deeg was good in the last round, but this time going to fall short. Does do damage at least onto Alexabi. They're going to be allowed to get the bomb down inside of this B-bomb site. It's a 4-on-4. Dennis is in such a forward position. He's going to shut down both rotations, and now they're in with a real shot. Quick double from Aerial. Straight back into...
Yeah, what has happened? The bomb's still ticking though. ENCE need to get on that pretty soon, and Dennis is wrapped around oil and they don't know it. So you may have the perfect position for
well, Dennis is going to have the AWP at least. He came very, very close to finding it in that previous round. It was almost him. He makes that look easy. Through the smoke, through a wall, everything in his way. Get Right has snuck by in the meantime, and they've got no idea.
Uh-oh.
But I think Alexabi's just discovered the bomb. No, he was close to.
It should be up in the halls. There's no way it should be down in Pop Dog. And the Forest is also snuck into CT. Letgro's here on Ivy. He's going to lose his duel. But we still have the Get Right that's sat on the B site. They're just scared of Sergey. So if they try and bring the bomb in through the box hall, Sergey's going to do his best to stop it. 30 seconds left. Rez has to go. And I don't know what GetRight's looking for at this point. He's still hunting for this B kill, but he doesn't seem to be able to find to capitalize on it.
This just feels wrong.
Yeah.
CNNIP. You know, a team, an organization with so much history, so much nostalgia behind them. Getting bodied by ENCE. You know, a team headed by, you know, kind of the experienced player Alu. Formerly was a part of the Ninjas in Pyjamas organization as well. Let's not forget that. There's history there. And then it's the young Aerial, X7. Players that most people I don't think would be all that familiar with. Unless, you know, you're big into the Finnish CS scene.
Yeah. I mean, the first time I saw X7 was on Arctic back in 2014, 15 time. It's come a long way since, as have all of these players. About to knock out an NIP of ESL One Cologne 2018. This is a pretty outstanding feat if they can continue to do so, and I've got no doubt in my mind that ENCE have this game. At Alu, he's locking it down. 2 shots off that AWP, spots the third. Easy for Alu, easy for ENCE. It's a complete mop-up. Nades flying in, artillery. As Rez is stuck at the back of the site, he's got everything to do and no one to help him do it, and he can't even win a battle. Aerial going to clean it up. And ENCE 12-2 on the half so far. One more round left up.
Yeah, this just feels so weird. I mean, it's pound for pound. Everyone on ENCE is just doing better than their kind of counterpart over on the side of NIP. You know, Aerial's been doing some phenomenal stuff in the last few rounds. X7 was crucial early on. Arlu's distant.
And this is kind of what we've
Early on, Arlu, that man advantage for ENCE. Lecro going to do what he can. It's kind of the surprise factor that ENCE were even here. A lot of people were very taken back by that. A lot of potential on this team. I just didn't think it would be realized so quickly.
The only question mark to me is, this is the only performance we've seen, right? Estrada's got wrecked, okay, whatever, doesn't matter. Yeah. Earlier, NIP might just be having a really bad event, like a really bad day. I can't wait to see ENCE. Two more frags. ENCE are running wild. Let loose here on the B-bomb site as only Rez sits in the back of the corner in the CT spawn, wondering where it all went wrong.
Wow, this is a sad day for all my fellow Swedes out there. I'm not Swedish, but us Brits, you know, the Vikings are not too kind to us back in the day.
Oh my god.
So yeah, but
that's old school, Harry.
yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you go far enough back, you know, there's a little bit.
Oh.
But here we go. ENCE is going to go charging in towards this B-bomb site. Letcrow stands there alone. A Deeg and a bucket full of dreams. Rejoined now by Get Right. A mentor, a father needs. NIP having to dig deep. X7, Sergey, and Alexa B. On that side of this B-bomb site looking like it's going to be a straight up 3-on-3 if they do decide to go for the push. And they are considering it. Now the smokes and flashes start to head through. That flash, Letcrow peeked on the back of it, didn't manage to find anything. Push about to come through. Letcrow already beheaded. Ariel looking to try and continue this murder spree. Get Right falls, trying to trade back, and Dennis tucked away, hidden in his little hidey hole, going to be discovered by X7 and forced out. Forrest and Rez left 2v5.
This is as good as done here in round number 17. And there it is done. Sergey's going to clean it up, couple of quick headshots to find himself the third kill of the round. And 20 frags for Ariel right now. He is the top of the team here for ENCE. He is the one putting in the numbers. Not that it matters. Everyone stepped up here today. And no one has stepped up for NIP. We don't have a single player above 9 kills. That's Dennis, top of the board. 2 rounds for NIP. 2 rounds on their map pick after winning the pistol. And still unable to convert that to anything. And they may just be eliminated out of Cologne with 8 total rounds in a best of 3 up against the qualified European team. Second biggest underdog in this entire event. Second to boot. Let's see if ENCE can seal the deal. Send it off in first class with a nice little sticker on. Stamp, I mean.
Well, Letcrow, he falls, Dennis goes down shortly after, and this is the last deflated sigh, it feels like, from NIP. As ENCE look to finally snuff them out. Remove them from ESL One Cologne. It is just Rez, 1v5. They've all got their knives out. I think they're going to try and knife him.
Do it.
What's going on? ENCE, they sure know how to make a debut.
Finland number 1.
Here he is, a Resi boy, going to get finished off by Arlu. And just like that, ENCE, they're going to close this out. 2-0. A convincing win on Inferno, and even more convincing on Trade.
Yeah, while we're focusing on NIP, you know, obviously being eliminated from Cologne, and that's obviously a sad story, let's not take that away from ENCE. That was a fantastic game of CS. They show that they've come prepared and they've come to play here in Cologne. I think we're going to see a lot more from this team. I don't think that's the last match that they're going to win here in Germany. A pretty stunning debut on day number 1 for the Finnish team.
Yeah, they can't be disappointed with that. A convincing 2-0 win versus NIP. You know, I think we're going to see them go from strength to strength. And even if they don't, you know, make it like that far, even if their run ends pretty soon, I think they've got a lot of valuable experience, and they're definitely looking good. They've shown that although people had, you know, reservations when it was first announced that they were going to be here, when they qualified, it was a bit like, oh, okay, that came out of nowhere. But they're definitely putting them aside now, and they're showing that this team does have a pretty high skill ceiling. But we're going to be back with another best of 3 after the break.
Incendiary out.